Ladies and gentlemen, Clint Johnson. What was it that Matty Marshall said that one time? And we said it for like 2 weeks straight. It was like, the Johnson.
He's like, no, it's where I ran through bunker zone. He's like, that's an angry Johnson right there.
That's an angry Johnson.
More than just a few. That's an angry Johnson right there. Look at this. He comes around. He'd already shot him, but just continued to put it on the back.
PSP Dallas, last one. Shout out. RIP PSP.
RIP. Clint Johnson, welcome to the first look, second episode.
Boom.
How you feel?
I feel good, man.
Yeah.
AC's just right. Sun's up.
Yeah.
No complaints.
You just got back from your first practice with X Factor. What was that like?
Didn't make the cut.
Didn't make it. That was it.
I'm out.
They made you quit.
If anyone's looking, no, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Met with the dudes. The out of town guys weren't there for the first initial practice, which was Billy and LJ. So it was the locals, if you will. But it was awesome, man. Everyone's super hungry this year. Proud to have me. I'm proud to be there. Just chasing this W.
Yeah. You gonna get one?
Oh yeah, the vibes are strong.
Yeah. What's it like? I mean, you so you started on your pro debut, we'll call it, was the cookie, the rookie.
Yep.
With Omid.
Yep.
Shout out,
man.
And on Texas Storm, you know, growing up watching, playing against, you know, what was the story behind your experience with X Factor going all the way back?
Yeah, I mean, initially on Texas Storm, we tried to practice teams better than us, of course, before the event. So we'd always reach out to X Factor, and we would show up those weekends with X amount of paint, shot a lot of paint, got beat a lot against those guys. So I didn't really like those guys for the longest times when it came to practicing them. But all of them have always been super cool, super friendly off the field. But yeah, I mean, we'd practice against them all the time, play against them all the time, and it was good. Definitely was good to look up to them. I played my first event in 2010 at Chicago Badlands and waited in line to get a poster from those dudes. I mean, I've always looked up to them. So it's definitely, you know, a warming feeling finally being on the roster and playing alongside those guys that I've watched for X amount of years.
You know, watching AC play this year, why leave them? You guys were making Sunday every event. I mean, like, real talk.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, there's a lot of good movies out there, but they all come to an end, you know, nothing wrong with the movie itself. So I'd say that's kind of what took place there. Yeah. Greg Pauly, phenomenal coach, phenomenal mentor. Yeah. Have a lot of respect for him, but I just felt like personally I had hit a plateau on that team. We were a slower team, as you could tell, a lot more methodical. And I just wanted to play more aggressive and play with people with that same, you know, mentality, which is definitely what X Factor brings to the table. So like I've said in the past, you know, you are who you associate with. So if I'm around those guys more often, that's the playing style that I'm going to adapt and be able to excel at. So that's the main reason. There wasn't, you know, any hard feelings with the guys or Greg or anything like that. It was just, you know, wanted to begin a new chapter with a new theme.
Well, let's talk about your stats.
Cool.
Let's look at your stats.
Stats.
Clint Johnson.
The stats are a scam.
Clint Johnson, 22 kills, 35 points played, 629 KP ratio. Let's look at your team stats.
How many kills?
AC Dallas.
For me,
AC,
said 22.
Dallas.
It's a lie.
See if I can spell here. AC Dallas. Matt Jackson, 29. Clint Johnson, 22. TJ, 14. John Jackson, 10. Nico, 5. Nico struggled at Cup.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Didn't charge his chakras, man. His rocks were off balance. I don't know. No, I mean, you know, with AC, honestly, we kind of get in a rhythm in terms of who we play. So there's a lot of weight on, you know, specific players. And I think that's kind of where Nico, you know, was at. You know, if he had a bad point, didn't play for X amount of points, and would get out there and be cold. So I think that's just something he dealt with throughout the season. I love Nico to death. And I was extremely ecstatic to see him move to Heat. But again, Heat does have a 10-man roster. So it's, again, you know, how is that going to work out in terms of points played and coming out cold, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's just something he kind of fell into, honestly.
Matt Jackson, dropping 29 kills, 14th place. You did 22 kills, 22nd place. What's it like playing with Matt? I mean, VCK guys going way back.
Man, those guys like slow paintball for sure.
That's not something you enjoy.
Not really. I mean, it was fun because it was working for us initially in the beginning stages of an event in terms of, the prelims and maybe that first match on Sunday. But, that was just getting caught on by other teams, and they'd basically do their homework. And then when we'd get to the Sunday match against the better team, like Impact or what have you, I mean, they knew, every card we were putting on the table. So that was a struggle. But playing with Matt himself, I mean, he's a great paintball player. I mean, dude has phenomenal gun skills. He's smart. He typically outsmarts the guy in front of him. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun playing with him. I'd get reps with him. Typically on the snake side, we work together. And then if I was on the Dorito side, I'd typically work with TJ, who, again, is another phenomenal player. So I typically had a lot of support in terms of whoever I was playing with on whatever side.
Who do you just hate playing against? You slide into Snake 1, who's the one person you're like, God damn it, I don't want that guy there.
I'd say the guys that don't look at you, honestly, because if they don't look at you, they're hard to kill. So, like, typically with guys like, Mouse or Chad George or whatever, like, they're going to play fairly aggressive, or Keith. So I think, when it comes to those head-on battles, it's anyone's game, honestly. You can come out a second early or a second too late and get caught. So it's the guys that don't look at you that are honestly not fun to play against, because if they don't give you anything, it's extremely hard to kill them. So I'd definitely say those are the players I don't like playing against.
Let's wrap up your stats at World Cup. 22 kills, 35 points played, 629 KP ratio. How do you think you did at Cup? You happy with it?
I mean, yes and no. There were points I definitely felt like coming off like, okay, I gave that point everything I did that correctly. I'd always try to self-evaluate myself. I'm very hard on myself. I'm very competitive, including with myself. So a lot of points I did feel good, and then there was points that just did not feel good. I know there's one point where Fuzz and I were in a 2-on-4, I believe, with Boom. And I don't know how, but I just would blind shoot every once in a while to check off the snake corner guy, killed him. They filled the corner, and I killed the second guy. And then it was Fuzzy, and I came down to a 2-on-1. We were up, and then we both knew where the last body was. He was in like the 50 Dorito. Instead of working out, I took a big bite into the snake. That guy shoots me, and then him and Fuzz trade. So it's like, okay, we were already projected to lose that point, and we brought it back, but yet I made a dumb move, died. Comes down to a 1-on-1 again. One-on-one's going to be whoever, just happens to get that point, honestly. I think luck plays a big part in that. So there were definitely points I felt confident with, and then there was points like that are like, oh man, we just brought it back to a 2-on-4, and then we lost. Basically, we lost a 2-on-1 because we didn't get that point. So I'd say I definitely felt I could have done more at World Cup. And again, it's World Cup, so I mean, you're training all year for that, and you've been through multiple reps in multiple different situations. You can keep that in the back of your head when you get to that event. So definitely wish I would have played a little bit better. But, I was playing everywhere, snake side, up the middle, Dorito side. So I think that definitely helped me. Playing all around definitely allows you to learn the field more effectively and learn more shots and get more comfortable. So it was, for myself and for the team, it was a good event overall.
Let's talk about that one-on-one. We're all fairly certain you cheated your ass off.
Hey, like
you're laughing. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
My dad, Mark Johnson, told me if you aren't cheating, you ain't trying. So I'm just trying to make my dad proud. Shout out.
It's a win right now. Yeah, he's got to go.
You have to force this gunfight. And then he's just going to cut through.
Ooh, did he get him in the loader? No, he didn't.
Great job by AC Dallas. They are going to, still alive. AC Dallas. Johnson's able to stay alive. They hit the buzzer.
Let's go, boys! Woo! Bash Brothers till we die, baby. Give me some. Woo! I need a can of corn. Ooh. I heard him coming. I looked. He was already fucked up. It could have been a penalty. Air Johnson in full effect. All I need is my sword.
Yeah, I mean, that point, I honestly forget how the game broke down. I remember it was TJ and I on the Dorito side.
Hold on. Did you or did you not officially cheat in a one-on-one at World Cup?
I did.
Explain.
I did cheat.
I mean, props. You pulled it off. But
yeah,
so explain what happened.
I am probably, dude, in the pro division, there's so many cheaters. Okay, like there's so many cheaters. I'm not gonna name drop, but I've watched matches and I'm just like, how do dudes get away with this? And now I personally have done it, and I'm just like, I don't know how I got away with it. So I can't hate on anyone for cheating, but it's part of the game, honestly. But basically, the game broke down into a one-on-one, correct?
Right.
It was against Revo. I forget who I was playing, but he was at the W. I was in the Dorito corner. We battled multiple times. I actually bounced him like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
He told me after that match. But yeah, we're playing, and we were up at that point. So I'm just hanging out in the corner. Like, I don't need to do anything. And he's already at the W. He's in a terrible spot. So I'm like, he's going to try to get out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm in the corner. He gets on our side. He gets to like one bunker in front of me. And, when in doubt, pop top. So I come over the top, gun blazing, shoot him. He shoots me. He shoots me in the loader. So I just come down real hot, go to like run for the flag station, just kind of wipe the loader hit off, and I'm just like selling it to the crowd, and the refs are only looking at him, and my heart's racing, and the crowd's going crazy. So I'm like, sick, shot him, cheated, but I have to go hit this buzzer. This is getting kind of awkward. So I just start selling it to the crowd, like pumping my gun up, running to the start gate, and then they concede the point. So I'm like, yes. So I just take off to the pit, just heart racing, because I knew if I would have got caught for that.
Did anyone catch you doing it?
No.
No
one.
I
Someone in the
swear.
pit asked me, did you get shot? And I was just like, no, because I was too scared that Greg was going to overhear that I got shot and have like a heart attack.
What would he do if he caught you cheating? Is he really gonna say something like you're sitting? Like, no, come on, you just one on one.
No, he'd be like, pass me my blood pressure meds because I'm freaking out or something. I don't know. He'd just be pissed. So I had to do the right thing for Greg, for myself. And
I swear, when it happened, everybody who was watching replay in the production booth, and even I'm pretty sure it was Maddie Marshall on comms, was like, "Did he just wipe that?" Like,
oh Jesus!
I'm gonna go back and check that, but
you check it because it was awesome.
It was awesome.
I've only cheated
Props.
a handful of times, and that was definitely the most sketchy. Because again, a one-on-one, right? There's how many refs are out there? 10, 12, whatever. They're all looking at you.
No, the reason I know for a fact that you cheated is because we have slow motion clip of you wiping your loader, and it will be on this. Don't you worry. All right, so you join X Factor. The draws just came out a couple hours ago.
Correct.
AC Dallas. You guys are playing AC Dallas, Iron Man. Who are they? Iron Man, PC Katana, and your out of bracket match is Russian Legion.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about first one, AC Dallas.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Boom.
Just
coming at you live.
Yeah. You looking forward to that, or?
I am looking forward to that. I mean, again, Greg Pauly, love him. Love those players on the team.
New pickups?
So new pickups, they got Eddie Painter coming on board.
Right.
They've got Brad McCurley, who is a phenomenal player, definitely helped Infamous with, their success. And then Ryan Hall, actually, who's in the organization, was playing with ACD, so he's getting brought up. So good friend of mine, happy to see that. It's almost like corporate America, right? It's like the guy up top gets fired and they bring up the next guy. It's awesome, though. It's awesome because you're hoping for that, right? In your job, you're like, this guy, he either needs to die.
And Ryan's good.
Yeah, he needs to die or get fired, so I can go up there, and now Ryan's there, which is cool, Right. And that's how paintball is. Players come and go, and it creates opportunity. So super excited for him. Excited for AC. I mean, I think they're going to be a good team this year.
Guesstimated score.
On that match, show me the layout. I'm just kidding. I'd probably say with that match, like, we're going to bring it, really hard. So we're going to win, of course, that match, full on. The first event's going to be crazy. I mean, they are in Florida right now playing this event, whatever that thing is. But
Winter Classic, yeah.
Yeah, but for the actual season, X Factor's coming out super hot. But I'd say that match, I'm going to guesstimate 5-3.
Little slower.
More
methodical.
They're going to get some points. They're a good team. They're going to be really good this year. Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
If we're right hand on the snake side and I'm in there,
then you'll be
going
okay.
down.
I mean, that
right side, strong side.
You know that. You know how I roll. Too.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, never use your left hand.
Division 4.
Started from the bottom, never here.
Yeah. X Factor, Ironman, Meter Niños.
Just
got done with him.
Yeah, love Meter. I've been playing with him a lot.
Whole new team. We have no idea who's going to be on that roster.
Dude, I don't even know.
Well, for sure, Scott Kemp, Meter,
Bobby,
Greg Sewers.
And is Mike Paxton playing this
Paxton's
year?
playing, but they're still looking at picking up a couple guys that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Guesstimated score.
Man, Ironman. We, with AC, last year, I'm pretty sure we beat Ironman every time we played them, but again,
This
it
is
was an entirely different roster.
And this is with
Correct.
Todd now.
Correct.
Like an actual off-season with Todd.
Correct.
He will improve that lineup.
Yeah, no doubt. With that match, from Ironman, from those guys, same thing, right? They're not a sit-back team. They want to take spots. They want to take territory off the break. So that's definitely going to be a good battle. I think that match, honestly, with them, it's going to get to the point, whichever way, where one team's going to get up and the other team's going to keep coming. And when it gets that situation, it's almost like the points go quick, whether whoever's winning or losing. So that one, I'm going to say, to call that one, I'm going to say 7-2 X Factor.
Wow.
But the points are going to be extremely close. It's going to come down to, sides flipping the field. It's going to get crazy. That's going to be a fun match to watch, absolutely. Yeah. But I'm going to say the score isn't going to show how the match went, but I'm going to say, 6-2, 7-2, with us coming out on top, absolutely.
I know nothing about PC Katana. I know absolutely nothing about them. I know a couple of the guys on them. We used to play divisional against them.
Okay. I don't know any of them. Don't know what team it is, honestly.
But traditional first-year pro.
But, first-year pro, it's going to be rough. So, I definitely see us coming out on top of that one. Score, I have no idea. I don't know how they play, if they're fast, if they're slow, what have you. But, that'll be another match where we'll definitely take. But I think a big thing with X Factor this year is we're not trying to get quantity over quality. So I know with a big thing last year, X Factor, you'd see same 5, same 6, just trying to rack up points. I think this year the dynamic we're going to have is really, giving guys opportunity in terms of game planning and figuring out, hey, this is what's working, this isn't working, to give that 5 or 6 that are playing really well a little bit of a breather. So when they do get to the next step, whereas when we get to the next step on Sunday, our team is well-rounded. Everyone's gotten reps. Everyone's rested physically and mentally. So
it's an interesting take because the stats kind of tell a little bit of a different story. At World Cup, things change. You have a whole different roster. At World Cup, X Factor played, and we talked about this a little bit in Meter's podcast. It looks like one of 6 players played almost every point. Desmond, Alex Dixon, and Bateman at most played 6 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else was like 20 to 53 points. Archie played 53.
Exactly.
So 6 players: Archie, Michael, Grayson, Billy, Colt, Kevin. Kevin's gone. LJ, Yuko in. You're saying it'll be more spread.
Yeah. I think giving more opportunities to guys in the prelims and letting the heavy hitters, the top 5, get more rest will inevitably be better for the team long term as the event goes on. Because what happens on Sunday is the guys are tired mentally, physically, and they're having trouble getting to that next step on Sunday. And we're basically just retracing our steps and saying, hey, like, our guys are getting worn out. We're in the prelims, we're trying to get so many points on the board, but inevitably, if you win by 1, you still win. So just giving guys more opportunity, having more quality points versus just, trying to win by a whole lot, basically.
Out of bracket match, Russian Legion.
I'm looking forward to that. You want to get tested, especially in the prelims, to see where you're standing, prepare yourself. And Russian Legion, we all saw at World Cup, second place. They played phenomenal. They've played good all year. We practiced them a lot, so I'm looking forward to that match. I'm not sure what their roster is looking like. I saw it the other day. I didn't really pay too much attention.
It's the same, the Tauntaun guys, the French team, and then obviously the Russian camp.
Yeah, so
Golev, Kirill.
So yeah, with that World Cup finish, getting second place, right? That hurts. So they're definitely going to do. Yeah.
Smotrov was hot.
Oh yeah, Smotrov was hot. Get him some ice. They have ice in Russia. So yeah, get him some ice, man. No, he plays really good.
Yeah.
He plays really, really good. Britnikov, that dude is phenomenal. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. I think they're going to have a little bit more, heat under their belt in terms of how they finished last year at World Cup. So I think that's going to be a really good match.
Let's talk about you. Just got married.
Let's talk about you, babe. I did get married.
How's that?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't think
What'd
women even liked me.
I'm surprised.
I know, right?
Where'd you find her? How'd you meet her?
PersianWifeFinder.com. I know a promo code. Email it. Link in the bio. But yeah, no, it's been awesome, man. We do everything together.
Yeah.
You know, we meal prep together.
Meal prep.
I did hear something. If you can train your wife, you can train anyone. I can't train my wife. It's just like, it does not work, honestly. I've tried, so.
I mean, okay, so this is your profession. You're a personal trainer.
Yeah, personal training, do marketing for a supplement franchise. So supplements, fitness, nutrition, like that's been my background
And
forever.
she just won't listen.
She just won't listen. It's like, hey, we're going to do, you know, deadlifts or whatever. And she's like, oh, but my wrist kind of hurts. I'm just like, what? So yeah, that's kind of what we get into. So we don't work out together, but we eat together, we hang out, and that works. So
Meal prep. I mean, if you can meal prep with...
If you can meal prep and there's like knives out and you're not cutting and stabbing, I mean, that's a good sign to me. So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, that's good. Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
Appreciate it. 2 months strong, so
2 months
She
strong.
hasn't killed me yet.
God, keep that up, man.
All right.
Well, thank you for being here.
Dude,
Clint,
thank you for having me.
Good luck. See you in the next one.
Sounds good. Cut!